We in a building. We in a building. All right, here we go again. Here we go again. How we doing, family? How we doing, family? You know, as always, my production team, I gotta get it right all by myself. I gotta get it right all by myself. How's everyone doing? Bless. Let's get it cracking like we know how. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Let's see. What we got? Okay. All right. All right. Woo, let's come on. Free game. That's what we're giving out, man. Hold up. Let's get everything right up in here, huh? Is the eyes okay? How's everyone? Yeah. See me? Hey, but listen. It's a beautiful day. It's Thursday. Let's talk about it. And when I say let's talk about it, we about to deep dive and talk about it. Listen, on this show right here, you say whatever you want. You feel however you want. You express however you want. Nobody's holding you down. Nobody's holding you up. You floating on air, man. Wipe your feet on the rug. Show love to everybody. Hopefully you had a beautiful week. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. It's about to go down right now. We're talking about something that pretty much nobody is talking about. Something informative. Bring it back to your own community. Something that we can survive off of. Something that we can live off of, right? Something that we can multiply from, right? Hey, I got a special guest and his name is Ray Pino. His name is Ray Pino. He don't even know I'm finna hit him like that. His name is Ray Pino. Alright? So first of all, we got to get everything clear in here. First of all, we got to start off with our eyes. No, I'm not promoting this. This should be promoting me. You know what I'm saying? It should be promoting me. Listen, don't try this at home, people. Alright? Oh my God. What's wrong with it? Look like it ran out. Don't worry about it. Free game. I gotta look good. Listen. It's like we never have enough time. But listen, we got love for everybody up in here. You know what I mean? Love for everybody. Check out my background, right? You know how we do. Stop acting like you don't know how we do. We know how we do. Check out my background, people. Let me go on this side. I gotta grab something. Damn, my bad. It's this way. Nah, but All right, Ray, man. Listen, let's bring it on, man. Everything I got for you is live and in effect. Listen, I don't play no games. I do not play no games. Everything I got is live in effect. All right, you could have been anywhere but here. All right, so let's big up our sponsors before we begin. Hello to everybody. Let's big up our sponsors. I want to begin by saying BB Tax Connection, right? BB Tax Connection. It's about to be taxes. If you don't got your mind right on getting your money back from Uncle Sam's, you in the wrong place and you in the wrong state of mind. BB Tax Connections. Listen, we about to explode. And I'm saying we about to explode, man. New branding, new teaching, new development, new smiles. Do you got a new smile this week? Show me your smile, man. If you got a new smile this week, man, you better have a new smile because it's about to be a brand new year. It's about to be a brand new year. We not playing around here, people. It's about to be a brand new year. I want to big up Culture Club. We want to big up we want to big up my girl, Brooke. And listen, she going to be up here soon. And we going to hit you up in a major way. You heard what I'm saying? We going to hit you up in a major way, man. But we got love for everybody. We thank everybody. Today, this week in the financial world, in the economy. Hey, man, inflation is up there, man. Get your mind right. Inflation is up there, man. Huh? So let me bring up my guest, man. Let me bring up our guest. Again, show him some love. If you got any questions, hit him up, man. Because this is free game right here. This is free game. This is for us. This is not the one-on-one conversation. This is a all's, man's, women's, children's conversation. All right? Bring them up, man. Listen, Ray, you got to press that button like I told you, man. You got to press that star in that video camera so you can come on up, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drink till you come, man. I'm not. Oh gosh. Yeah. Just press the button, man. Just press the button so we get it on and popping. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. We waiting on you, man. Good, much love, huh? And listen, please, everybody, stay hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Stay hydrated. Stay healthy out there. Take all the supplement pills you need that you're lacking in. Get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Get healthy. All right. I got a tight shirt on, y'all. I got a tight. There is no video camera on the screen. BB Tax Connection, help them out real quick. Give them an SMS. Let them know what it is. It should be I think it looks like a star. It's a cross inside the video camera. But listen, I've been getting my buff on. And soon we gonna be inside the gym doing these interviews, man. You ain't gonna be ready for that, man. We gonna be in the gym giving these interviews soon, man. Huh? Oh gosh. Come on. All right, you wanna see like I got a tight shirt on, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause I gotta show the little muscle, you know what I'm saying? All right, man, for real. Okay. But what went on today in again in the financial world, you know, again, we're on the radio, we're on the FM dial, WZOP, right? We're on WZOP 96.1 at 7:30 a.m. every day, every morning by the grace of the Most High. Y'all check it out. Okay, we on the FM dial talking about investments and health, all right? Well, really talking about wealth and health, all right? So we on the radio by the grace of the Most High. Y'all check it out. Get on there, get tuned, get dialed in, and get that morning crumpness, you know? Big up to everybody out there taking care of their health. Big up to everybody out there taking care of their children. Big up to everybody there taking care of their responsibilities. Look, it's going to be okay. All right. It's going to be all right. Absolutely. All right. But, let me talk about, you know, how I met Ray. So, you know, I'm in my office chilling and then some guy just, you know, appears and pops up and, you know, it felt warm. It felt like, you know, maybe we knew each other for a long time, you know, but nah, the vibes were great. The vibes was good. You know, I can't complain. It was all good. So, you know, he's been around ever since, man. And I've been around ever since, and we've been communicating like that. And we've been really building, you know, so I appreciate him. He's a man of his word. He's a man of integrity and dignity. And he's about to let us know how we can become better in our communities. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to ask him the best questions. You know, he ain't even ready, but he better be ready. You know, he better be ready. But definitely, you know, so definitely follow. You know, definitely follow and definitely like. We're on Tuesdays as well here on live too. We're on Tuesdays as well. And we're talking about sports, but we're going deep inside sports. Like, you know, we're untying the shoelaces. We're giving a perspective and talking about what people aren't talking about. Also, for $19.99, and I'm not here as a salesman. I'm just saying it's brand new, so I'm just letting it be out there. For $19.99, you can get your investment and analytic report. The investment analytic report that I'm giving out is just going to change lives, and it's only for $19.99, and it's going to change lives, y'all. So definitely, if you want to know about how can you get into investments or what's the best investment for you, because that investment has to fit your portfolio, your personality. That investment has to fit your personality. So for $19.99, myself and my team are going to dig deep, find out about you, and find out more so about the investments that's best for you, because there's plenty of investments out there. There's investments where that can tie your money up, and there's investments that won't tie your money up. And there's so much I can talk about. So there's plenty of investments, y'all. Plenty. So for $19.99, we will give out an analytical investment report to you that fits you, and it will change your life from then on. All right? Just for a $20 bill. That's it. You know, because we have value and we want to give it out. So here we go. Let's bring out our main man, Ray. Hey, technology is great when it works. It's great when it works. How you doing, Ray? After some technical difficulties.
Well, hello everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
We doing,
listen,
doing great, man. We doing.
I'm a lot older than you are, so you gotta
I know.
me, all right? But I'm
Can you guys hear him well?
I'm glad to be here.
Y'all say something if you can hear him very good.
Can you hear
It's
me
good
out?
to see you.
It's good to see you too, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You looking fresher than yesterday, man. Come on, man.
I'm relaxed at home. I'm relaxed at home. You know, so anyway, you were saying how we met. So I'm gonna tell my side of the story. Okay? And I went to your office. I met your wife first, sweet lady, and then I met you, and it felt like we've known each other for a very long time. You both are the kind of people that will always be successful because you have a good heart and you do it the right way, and you're always willing to listen to the old men and apply what's good and leave out what's not. So I appreciate your friendship and obviously, you know, your wife's friendship as well. So
absolutely, man. And we appreciate you as well. As like we just gelled, you know. So that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. I heard, and you know what? We're about to go off the hip. But no, I sat down with you and heard many stories. You know, how they say break the ice. Give me a story that'll like set us all at ease. Cause you got plenty of stories, man. You got plenty of stories, man. The good. I'm talking about, but life experiences though. That's what makes it great. These are real life experiences, man. Break us off of a life experience that people will get to know you a little better, man.
Right. Well, I've been up and I've been down many times. So I have reset my reset button. I push it a few times, and you can only learn from the downs. If you don't learn your lesson, basically you wasted the time. So don't feel bad, anybody, if you're down at one point, because you can only go up. When you're down, and don't feel okay, because you're only as good as the last sale. You're only as good as the last deal that you did. You're only as good as the last relationship that you had. So every morning you get up, it's a brand new day. And what you did yesterday, it doesn't count. It just doesn't count. You got to do next and move on. So when you're up, be humble, because you never know when you're going to go down.
Amazing, man. Let me ask you a question personally. Like, what does people remember a person by? Like, what do they remember? Like, say for instance, two people meet and they leave. What do they most remember about a person?
Well, if you only once, okay, an impression. You created an impression of yourself on that person by being personable, by being honest, and being real, okay? If you have a relationship that is going on, they will only remember your word. That's all you have. When you handshake someone, man or woman, doesn't matter, that's your bond. And win or lose, you stick by it. Never go back on your word. Even if you made a mistake, don't go back. You said something, you abide by that. That's the most sacred thing that you can have.
Right. Okay. Right. And you know what? It reminds me when you said that. It reminds me of the game of chess, right? Because when you touch a piece, you got to move that specific piece, right? You can't. Shoot, I'm about to drink water too. What you mean? Hold on. But no, really, when you touch a piece, a piece on. You have to move that, even though you don't want to move. Like you made a mistake, but you touched it. You have to move that. You can get your hands off of it, but you have to move that specific piece. And it's just like your word, right? If you give your word, you got to keep it.
You stick by it.
Right?
You stick by it. Okay? And just be honest about it, and don't chase the money. The money will follow.
People, we always say that though, Ray. Ray, no, but hold on. Let me speak for the people, right? Let me speak for the people. We always hear that we always don't chase the money. The money's gonna come. What does that mean? Don't chase the money. The money's gonna come.
What that means is if you do things right and you learn your trade and you practice what you learned, the money will follow. Thinking about money when you get up in the morning and you don't prepare yourself, you don't learn, you don't train, you don't become the best at what you do. So if you're good at what you do and you become a professional at what you do, the money will follow.
Okay, right. So
make sure you love what you do and make sure you're the best at it. But if you are a mediocre person and you just think that because you're chasing the money, it's going to come, not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that because I know, like, everything I go after, I really go really hard on it, and I really go hard at what it is to the point where like it consumes me, right? It's like a passion.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
If you have that passion, you don't have time to think about money. And then that's when the money comes.
That's true. Yeah. I get it.
You're putting all your effort on your trade, on doing it better every time, on getting better at what you do. And then what happens is that you get so good at it that without even thinking, the money will follow because your effort is in producing, not on chasing the money. Your effort is in learning, in becoming better every day at what you do, finding ways.
Do you have to love it? Do you have to love it?
Yes. Yes. If you can, we are all salespeople at one point or another, and unless you believe and you love what you do, it comes through to the prospective buyer that you're fake.
Oh, that's when you're giving service to someone.
The bottom line is that a true salesperson never sells. A true salesperson only informs and resolves and helps.
Hold on, say that again for me one time. A salesman never.
A true salesperson never sells. You only inform, resolve problems, and help people. But if you come to me and you tell me, hey, I want to sell you a car.
Got it.
Okay. The true salesperson doesn't sell anything. The customer will buy from you without you selling, because the person will feel comfortable with your attitude, the information you're providing, and the fact that you're trying to help that person get the best deal possible on whatever it is. But if you come to me and you tell me, hey, I want to sell you a car, okay? Because you're thinking that you have to pay the rent and sell the car, I'm going to read through you and basically not buy the car. But if you give me the benefits of owning that car, what problem that car will solve for me, and you basically talk to me in a way that you transmit love for what you do and love for that car, guess what happens? I'm going to be willing to say, you know what, maybe I should have that car. So absolutely. The true salesperson doesn't sell. He just informs, resolves the problem, and helps. That's the difference.
Amazing, man. Amazing.
That's the difference. And that's what makes you a good salesperson, actually, even though you don't sell.
There's no sell. Yeah, there's no, yeah. Wow.
Okay, so that's how you approach it. You don't sell. You provide information, resolve problems, okay?
And help people.
And help people. And all this has to be done truthfully, with passion, and with love for what you do. If you don't believe in whatever it is that you do, guess what? You can transmit that enthusiasm, passion, love, and all the other things that come along with it that makes someone want to own what you have. That's the difference.
Amazing. A wise man. I once met a wise man, and he told me 3 things to succeed. Right, 3 things that a person succeeds. Right. He said that you have to be is it the master? You have to be a master at what you do. You have to be very knowledgeable at what you do. That's 1. 2, you have to have a little money, right? Because you have to have a little money, and 3, do you remember what I heard? Do you remember what I heard? 3, but let's talk about the 1 and the 2 anyway. Let's talk about the 1 and the 2 anyway. I want to talk about the 1 and the 2. You spoke a little bit about it.
Okay, the third. I just remember the third one.
Oh, yeah, you heard about the wise man, right?
Yeah. The third one is basically that your business has to run without you because you only have 24 hours in the day.
Oh, yes,
so
goodness.
If you're missing any of those 3, you will fail. You will.
Let's go to first base.
Okay.
Let's go to first base. You have to be
know more.
So I don't only have to be knowledgeable about what I do. I have to excel and be a master. But a lot of times I'm not able to do that on my own yet. I gotta learn from others. Correct? Talk to me about that.
Yes. Yeah. Don't invent the wheel. Find someone that has done it and take the best of what they've done, perfection it to your style, and use that. But you have to be the master, because if you own a business of any kind and any of your employees knows more than you, or you cannot do everybody's job from cleaning the floors all the way to paying the rent, you have a problem because you're dependent on someone else to run your business or to make you money. So you have to know every step of the way. That's why a good business person starts from the bottom up, doing everything possible, everything. So when you have an employee, that employee cannot tell you, oh, it's not possible. Yes, it is, because I did. And if you don't come back to work tomorrow, guess what happens? I can still do it.
Well, absolutely.
So you have to know your trade and your business better than anybody else.
Well, absolutely. Wow, absolutely. And then maybe what some may not understand is that you have to have a little money at first, right? You have to have a little money to begin to commence this business venture.
You have to. If you don't have money, you spend your time thinking what you're going to pay the rent next month with. So your creativity goes out the window because you're not thinking about creating, about building, about new ideas, about new options. You all worry about paying the light bill. So you don't grow because you don't have the money to be able to say, okay, my rent is paid, my bills are paid, I can concentrate on building the business or new idea, trying new things. So you do need the money.
That is an awesome explanation, though. That's an awesome explanation, though, because that is facts right there. First of all, we already know we need money. For those who never even thought about it, giving it thought, we're breaking you off right now. Right, Pino? Breaking you off right now. You have to have a little money to commence, right? Because we have expenses throughout the day. And for those, we know that when you begin a new venture, you need a little money to put in the pot. You need a little money to make money. Not only that, but you may have some expenses at home as well. But the business is not profiting yet because you just started. You're learning a little bit. You're falling. It takes a little time. You need a little money to begin. But not only that, then you start chasing the money because you didn't have money. So now you start chasing the money. Boom, creativity goes out the window. You're not producing at your highest potential because you have to worry about the dollar bill.
Exactly. So
amazing explanation.
That goes back to the beginning of the conversation where you have to have the creativity. You have to have the ability to think. If you can't think and you chase the money, remember, don't chase the money. And that's when you start chasing the money. You just said it, because the bill is coming, the bill is due, and you have to pay it. So you have to figure out a way of making the dollar. So now you're not thinking about anything else. You're thinking about making the next dollar. And that basically throws away your creativity, your possibilities of growing the business, because you're so concentrated on chasing the money.
Right. Right.
So that's
Wow.
basically why never chase the money and always have some money to start a business with. Don't start with zero. And there's many ways of finding money. I mean, you don't have to have the credit line. You can get a loan. You can get a grant. You can get a million ways of finding money. But you need some money.
Right.
Without money, don't get into the business because you will fail. Any kind of business.
Right. So thirdly,
you have to have the ability to produce without you being there. You can be the best hairdresser. 9 o'clock at night, you got to go home. Guess what happens to the business? The doors are closed. It's not producing. You want to go on vacation? Guess what happens? The business stops. So you need to have the ability to leave the business and the business continue to work. How do you do this? Relying on people, trusting people, delegating responsibilities, okay, and compensating people. I've seen many business owners making a lot of money, paying very little to their employees, who, by the way, are the ones that produce. You're just the head of the group. But in essence, if you don't have good, reliable, responsible employees, guess what? You're just one single person. You're nobody. So compensating employees, trust them, delegate, train them right, so you can go on vacation and be comfortable knowing that your business continues.
And employees want to be compensated too, right? Ray, talk to me. They want to see some mean green. Now they want to see some green.
Money moves the world, okay? And your employees, they have to feel part of the business. Part of the business. You see, you want the employees to say, I work with Jeffrey. I don't work for Jeffrey. That's very different. When you work with, that employee feels part owner. They feel they own something. They feel part of something.
Right.
They care for it. And they take care of it as if it was their own. Now, if you have the money, if you make the money, why not pay the people that produce and make you the money? And many times, business owners, because of greed or stupidity, they send $100,000 to the IRS and pay $15 an hour to their employees. And they're not capable of saying, you know what? Let me give these people a bonus. Let me help out. Let me make their lives better. And that buys loyalty. That buys interest in helping, interest in working, interest in knowing that they are part of something and that you care. It's very sad that you come and park a brand new Mercedes in front of the business, and guess what? Your employees can't afford to pay the rent or feed their kids.
Right.
That's what all it creates is resentment, and you don't want that.
I'm in total agreement with you on that one, man. I'm in total agreement because, boy, I once was told that I'm in the business and we're going to partner up, man. I didn't see no mean green for 10 weeks. Come on, man. And I felt a little played, if not a lot. So it didn't feel good, man, being on the odd end. Yeah, I said it. I'm all about controversy. I said it. It had been said because just like Ray said, you have to been in all. If you have a business, you have to have worked in all areas inside of your business, so you know how it feels as well. You gonna know how it feels if you're a janitor, if you mopped, you're the only one in your storefront or whatever. You have to mop on your own. You know how the mopping feels. You had to put some files together on your own that was tedious and took. You know how that feels. You know how these things feel, and so you're gonna look out, man. You're gonna compensate these people, and that's big. And I think that's big for this year. Compensate the people for real. Ray, let me ask you a question. And hopefully I don't forget. If you're doing a job or work, however you want to call it, some people call it job, some people call it work, just like you said, salesman doesn't sell at all. if time flies, right? I mean, if the time flying, you lost track of time. Is that preferred, or is that the best way for you want your day or the work to be, rather than the time moving slow? Tell me about that.
First of all, you have to get up and look forward to going to whatever you do. If you don't get up in the morning and you look forward to going to work, you're in the wrong place. So when that happens, that you get up in the morning and you are happy to go to work, happy to do what you do, either your business or your job, whatever it is that you do. If you're not happy to get up in the morning and do it, change careers, change business. You're in the wrong place. And when you do that, you get up and you're happy, the rest of the day goes smooth because you're doing what you like. You're enjoying what you're doing since the moment you get up in the morning. Otherwise, your 8 hours a day will feel like 12. And guess what? You're not going to produce because you don't love what you do. Doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to produce because you don't love what you do. What you do, you're not going to produce. But if you love what you do, you will automatically translate that into production, into growing the business, into being a good customer service to your customers or to your clients. So it translates into that automatically, and you don't feel the day. Basically, you run out of time, and you're like, I couldn't finish this. I got to get to that tomorrow. So you need to love what you do.
Amazing. So, hey, we 30 minutes in. Ray, tell the people where to find you at if they want to find you, if they need to find you, because we're about to go deep, right? We're about to go deep. You already know. Fourth quarter, we're about to go real deep and go for what we know, right? Everybody, we about to go for what we know. But before we do that, let everybody know where to find you if they need to find you or contact you for anything at all.
I'm just putting my phone number there for anybody that wants to talk to me.
Ooh, he putting his phone number. You know that's a man of seriousness right there.
That's my cell phone number, so I always answer my phone. That's another thing you have to learn in business. Always answer your phone. Always answer your phone. Guess what? You're the person that is calling, but you need to answer the phone and handle it, whatever it is, because you don't know what the next phone call is going to bring. Might be the biggest deal in your life. And guess what? You didn't answer the phone. So who's going to answer the phone? The next guy.
Right. The next guy took us down to the opportunity.
The next guy is going to answer it. And that next guy is going to take the deal that was meant for you. Why? Because you didn't answer your phone. So if you don't have a phone to be found, this is my cell phone number. I answer it all the time. Why? Because you don't know who's calling. It might be a telemarketer, yes, but then again, it might be the biggest deal you ever handled. You don't know until you answer.
Boy, they get on me, but you cannot have your phone off at any point in time in life. Nope. That phone got that phone, boy, I remember back in the day we had bell soft. That bell soft got to be working. Huh?
That's right. It has to be working. If it's not working, then it doesn't matter if you have it on or not.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing. So, tell me about these final expenses, right? Because it was very interesting to me when you said final expense. That has a ring to it. But before we do that, what's up to everybody on this live? Listen, with family, you have any questions? Type them down in the comments for Ray as we go on and get deep into the subject. We salute you, everyone who's on this live. Jose, we see you. And if we go by all the names, man, we'll never even begin. But you know, shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. So, Ray, man, tell me about his final expenses.
All right. So, most people don't know what final expense is.
What is that?
Okay. A final expense is when a person passes, it becomes traumatic to the family. Okay. And that's a fact. So when a person passes, the first thing that happens is who's going to handle this? Who's going to do what? Most of us do not know where to start.
Right.
Okay. Added to that is the trauma of losing someone that you love. And now you have to handle the logistics and the last wishes of that person. So most people would not know where to start. most people in the family have 3 or 4 siblings. Who's going to do it? Who's going to handle it? Who knows about this? Nobody does. So what final expense is, an insurance policy that is usually a small insurance policy, to be able to do what mom or dad or grandma or whoever passes wanted to do with their remains when they pass. It could be cremation, it could be burial, it could be whatever they decide. And the person in charge not only receives the funds in 24 hours, but also it's helped. Okay? Let me give you an example. The company that I work with, it's a company that's been around for over 50 years, very reliable, and it's called Lincoln Heritage. Lincoln Heritage has added to the coverage that you might buy, they have a service where someone handles the logistics. For instance, if someone passes and you go to a funeral home, not knowing any better, to arrange for their burial or cremation, whatever it is, they are going to charge you whatever they want. You don't know any better. And at that moment in time, you have no, your head is not there. You're not a negotiator. You're just a son or a daughter or a brother or sister or grandson or whatever you are. So you're not going to negotiate prices. They're going to charge you whatever they want. Now, Lincoln Heritage has a service where someone will handle that, meaning they will call 3 of the local funeral homes to get you the best price, because you don't want to take advantage. You don't want to be taken advantage of at that moment, and you will be taken advantage of because no one's prepared, no one's ready, no one knows. Okay. So what happens is that you buy a final expense policy, okay, and that final expense policy will cover whatever it is, the face value of the policy. Typically, a regular burial with no frills, it's about $9,000 to $12,000. Let that sink in. Tomorrow, something happens, and you need to come up with $9,000 to $12,000 to bury a loved one.
You saying that's the average cost of someone who passes?
Yep, that's the average cost of a burial, meaning very simple. Now, if you get into the expensive caskets or flowers and
the limo,
it adds up, and it can go $20,000 to $30,000 easy.
And the limo,
exactly, and it puts a burden on the family. It puts a burden on the person that has to handle the logistics. Okay. I tell you a story. I had someone that was insured, this old lady. She didn't tell anybody. She passes. Her daughter gets a phone call saying, by the way, your mom had a policy. What do you mean mom had a policy? We don't know what you're talking about. Well, guess what? She did have a policy, and here's some money for you guys to handle, and here's some help to handle that hard moment. Okay? Most people don't think that they're going to pass, but guess what? It's a guarantee, just a matter of time. And you don't have to be young, you don't have to be old, you just have to be alive. Okay? Especially our community is not informed. It's a topic that we tend to avoid because it's sensitive to many, but it's a reality. And when the person is insane, it's calm and relaxed. When nothing has happened, is the moment to prepare. You don't want to prepare when something happens and your mind is not there. So,
right.
Most people are not prepared because they're not aware. They're not aware.
Are you saying the lady had the final expense, or you was just making an example?
No. This lady bought herself a policy.
Okay.
A few years back, and she passed, and the daughters didn't know about it. And then Lincoln obviously find out because it becomes, they get informed when someone passes and has a policy, and they receive a phone call from Lincoln and said, by the way, your mom had a policy. Here's the money. So 24 hours. Okay?
So we're gonna get to that, but we're gonna get to that Miami NWA. But I want to get clarification, right, for myself and everybody. So what you're saying is, are you saying that if there is a policy, I can go apart and get something called a final expense where I can add on to that policy? Is that it?
No, no. The final expense of the policy it's a self-standing. It's standing by itself.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
and
Okay,
it's a
that's
policy.
understood.
It's usually a small policy. Okay, and you receive it obviously when someone passes as insured. Okay, the typical way that is usually done for the people that don't know that this type of insurance exists,
Right.
they go to a local funeral home and they buy a contract. They get into a contract for funeral expenses. But there's a problem. If you go there and you get into a contract for $15,000 with a funeral home, okay, for the their plot and the past, and you have only paid $2,000, guess what? Someone has to come up with the difference before you can use the services. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yes, you've been paying for the last 2 years to the cemetery, to the funeral home, but the bottom line is that you can't use the services unless you pay the rest, whatever is owed.
Okay. Okay. So
So
okay.
that's the difference.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. So Miami NWA says does lack. Oh, I think he said life. My bad. Does life insurance? He meant life. Does life insurance cover you if you are killed or murdered, or maybe this final expense that we're speaking of? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, the final expense does cover you. It even covers you if there is an accident. And when I say accident, I don't mean getting into a car accident. You can fall off your own feet at home. And if that accident causes the death, then you have additional coverage for accidental death. The face value, part of it can be obtained if you are diagnosed with a, critical illness that will cause you, to die in the near future. Or if you have a dismemberment, meaning that you lost an arm or a leg, something that is basically a major catastrophe in your life. So that's also covered as part of the final expense. In other words, you can take money out of the policy based on the face value of the policy. And that's what happens. Now, Lincoln will insure you up to 84 years old without a medical exam. And that's the key, because a lot of insurance policies require a medical exam. Okay?
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. So that's those two things right there is out the norm, Ray. You have to have a medical exam if you're up in age, and then at certain ages you will have no insurance at all. You can't get insurance. It's over.
With this, you can be insured up to 84 years old, and there's no medical exam. Okay? So most people get insured. When I say most people, is because obviously there are some limits to what you can insure, but they're very liberal as far as what you can insure. Now, along those lines, they have two types of policy. They have a regular policy where you buy coverage. Let's say you buy coverage for whatever it is, 10,000, 15,000, whatever you can afford, because the idea is not to buy a policy that you pay 3 months and you can't afford it. You buy a policy that you're comfortable with paying every month, because it's a long-term thing. So if you have a condition that is typically not insurable, okay, which is a serious condition, then what Lincoln does is you buy the policy, you pay your premium, and if you pass within the first year, okay, your policy is not in effect, because it will become in effect after the second year. So what happens is that you get your premium back with 10% interest on that money.
For the first year.
For the first year. On the second year, if you pass, remember, you haven't gotten to the 2-year point. You will get 10% for the first year and 10% for the second year, or whatever money you have contributed. Okay? That does not apply to accidental death. In other words, if you die as a result of an accident, then that does not apply. Your accidental death coverage becomes effective immediately. Your life coverage, or your final expense coverage, becomes effective 2 years later, but you get your money back if you pass before that. You follow me?
Okay, hold on right there. Hold on right there, Ray, because that's where it gets very interesting. Now, so first of all, Miami NWA, yes, he did answer your question, and that is a very great question that brought light bulbs to me because wow, that's such a great question because some insurance plans, if you pass away on accident, your insurance don't count. I mean, it's crazy, man. That's just crazy. So yes, he answered your question. Miami NWA says that you will be insured if it's an accident. However, you just said something just now, and your kind of your internet kind of like real because you going off and on a little bit. But I'm with you. You're saying that for the first year I have this plan, if something happens to me, then I get my money back plus 10%. If the second year also I get double that, I get 20% and my money back, and then the insurance kicks in at that third year. Boom. And
that's it.
That's kind of making sense. It kind of making sense because if I'm up in age, nobody wants to give me insurance. Here comes Lincoln giving me insurance, but it's this kind of plan. I have to live past these 3 years past within my insurance, right? I have to see the third year.
Now, there's a reason for it.
Okay.
There's always a reason for things. So the reason for that is that the company obviously does not want to take a risk on someone that goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, by the way, you have 6 months left. And then
now insurance took that risk.
Exactly. So they're not going to insure someone that receives that kind of news from a doctor and runs home and buys a policy. So in order to prevent that, if you have a condition that is, grave, they will not insure you, or they will insure you but not cover the policy on the first 2 years. Now, obviously, 2 years go by, you haven't died, meaning that you didn't have a foreseeable passing as a result of a grave condition.
Good. So let me ask this question, Ray. If I have this is this called final expense?
It is called final expense, yes.
Okay. If I have this final expense, do I need any other insurance, or this takes place of all? Like this is my insurance. This final expense is my insurance. If any other insurance, I have canceled it.
Well, you can have regular life insurance, either whole life or term, up to whatever amount you want. Okay. But this type of policy is usually used for people that either could not be insured for a regular life insurance policy, or they cannot afford the cost of a regular life insurance policy. So it's a small policy. It's a small policy just to cover your final expenses and make it possible for you to do the last wishes of the person that passes.
How about if that person is me?
I'm sorry?
How about if that person is me?
That's fine.
Two questions, man. This is being real good to me. I know it's being real good. Two questions. What about if someone doesn't qualify for term or life insurance because of their background or something like a background check or something like that? What does final expense provide?
There's no bearing on the final expense. Whatever your background is, whatever your credit is, whatever. None of that.
What's the youngest age one can start a final expense plan?
Start as young as you want, and you can insure your parents or great grandparents or whatever.
I didn't catch that age. You're breaking up.
84 years old is the highest you can go.
What's the lowest? My bad. I apologize. What's the lowest?
As low as you want.
Okay.
Now, there is something else. Let's say you want to insure your mother or your father. In order for you to buy a policy on another person, you have to have what's called insurable interest. What insurable interest? If this person passes, you be impacted. economically impacted. So you can buy a policy for your mom or your dad to make sure that when they pass, that you're going to do what they want, because they're, at the end of the day, you want to please them and make sure that they're happy with whatever you're going to do after they pass. So you can get a policy on them, you pay it, and they need to be aware of it, okay? So in essence, you are the beneficiary, okay, and the owner of the policy, and they are the insured on that policy. So when they pass,
Okay.
you are the one that's going to handle the funds. You are the one that's going to decide what to do according to their wishes, hopefully, okay? So you can insure someone else. Now, let's say a policy is $100 a month or $75 a month.
Okay, talk to me. Numbers. Give me some numbers. Give me some numbers, Papa.
Every policy is different based on the person's age, gender, and on the person's health in general.
Okay.
Even though there's no medical exam, the healthier you are, the better. And the younger you are, the better. If you smoke, if you're a man, if you're a woman, all that comes into play.
Makes sense.
But what I was getting at, let's say the policy that you're getting for mom and dad, it's, for argument's sake, $100 a month. But guess what? There's 4 brothers and sisters. Okay? So why not everybody chips in $25 a month and buy that policy, so when the time comes, okay, you have the money to do what mom and dad wanted to do. And you avoid a very typical, a very frequent problem. When someone passes and the time comes to pay, not everybody has the money to help. Okay? So you might have a sister or a brother that you call him up and say, by the way, you know, to do what we want to do with mom or dad, it's $15,000. Do you have $5,000? They might not have it. So there's going to be problems, because now you have to foot the bill, and you're going to say, wait a minute, you know, I did it all. I had to pull out of my savings, so I have to ask someone for money because my brother and my sister couldn't help out, couldn't, you know, contribute to what we needed to do. So resentment can happen between the family members because of that. So this avoids all that. This avoids all that because, number one, the money's going to be there to do whatever mom or dad wanted to do. Number two, you're going to have help in the logistics of it, okay? And you don't have to bother anybody. You don't have to call your brothers or your sister because everybody knows the money's there to do whatever last wishes were. So that's one extra benefit of that.
This is awesome. This is awesome, Ray, because this actually solves the problem of elderlies who cannot get health insurance or life insurance, right? It solves the problem because I typically get annoyed and agitated when, you know, somebody claims that, hey, this is the best insurance to get and this is the best insurance there possibly is, and we're there's no such thing. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ray. I may be wrong, but there's no such thing as a best insurance, life insurance plan. It has to fit you. You know, that's why we have something like Lincoln providing for elderly. To elderly person, Lincoln is the best insurance. You can't sit here and tell me I have the best insurance and this is the best insurance for the world. Everybody's in different situations, man. What are we talking about? Get on top of this insurance.
You have to tailor the policy to a person. And
tailor, exactly. Tailor-made.
You have to tailor that policy to the person, what they can afford, what pass, how much is that going to cost. Mother's wishes is different from your neighbor's mother's wishes. So you can't say everybody gets X because not everybody's the same. Now, let me give you a shocking news. Medicare pays the grand total of how much you think. When you pass and you have Medicare or Medicaid, how much do you think you will get or your parent will get?
Listen, let me ask the people. Let me ask the people in the house. Right, somebody write down something. Somebody write down something in the comments.
Does anybody know how much the Medicare and Medicaid will pay an elderly person that passes? What the government will give the family?
Oh Lord. Oh, look, this is about to be shocking for real. Oh, I don't think I'm ready for it. No, nobody got their fingers ready? Nobody typing nothing? Huh? Okay, you have to drop the bomb on us then. Drop the bomb on us then, Ray.
All right. So what if I tell you that if your mom passes and
Zero.
you have Medicare and Medicare, well, it's very close to it. It's $255.
Put some more zeros on that, Ray. Don't listen, Ray, don't play. Ray, don't play. Put some more zeros on that, man.
Now, you can't even buy the flowers with that kind of money. $255. That's how much you will get from the government when you pass and you have Medicare and Medicaid. $255. What can you do with that money? Nothing. Zero, because you can't even buy, the basics.
My goodness.
Mind you, the typical burial is between $9,000 and $12,000, and you got $255. What are we going to do about it? You're going to have to call everybody in the family or go on a GoFundMe campaign to try to get the money to do what you as a responsible son should do.
I'm speechless.
So that's why it's important before it happens to plan ahead and to get the proper coverage that will satisfy the wishes of the person that you love. Okay.
Absolutely. I'm extremely interested, man. Extremely interested. I'm not even lying. Listen, listen. It's about to be 8 o'clock. I got about 2 more questions. Right. Loving this conversation. Ray, man, I'm looking at your page, man. I'm seeing a whole bunch of sunny days ahead, man. Talk to me about that. What's up with the sunny days ahead, man? You know what I'm talking about.
Sunny days ahead. That. In my multiple hats, okay?
Yeah.
I do real estate closings. Now, when I say real estate closings, my job is to take the real estate documents in a transaction, sit down with the interested party, meaning the buyer or the seller, go over the documents, explain to them what they are, and return the documents to the title company. So Sony Title is the name of the company, one of the companies that I do closings for, and the name of the company is Sony Title, and their motto is Sunny Days Ahead. Why? Because if you buy a property, hopefully sunny days ahead, you're happy because now you have your own house or your own apartment. So that's why you see all those sunny pictures. Amazing people, honest that you can get, and they do a great job of what they do. Really good people. It's a couple, it's a husband and wife.
What about buying a house in another?
I lost you there.
What about buying a house in another country? Would you recommend that?
Country.
Yeah.
Well, if you can afford it and it's a stable company, yes. I mean, a stable country, yes.
Yeah, that's so true, man. Man, I'm so interested, man. I'm thinking about like Mexico. I'm thinking about like what else? I'm thinking about Dominican. I'm thinking what else I'm thinking about, Ray?
Well, Dominican Republic is a very good place to buy. So if you want to buy a house, I have one there that I can sell you. I do have one there that I can sell you, a brand new house.
Oh my gosh.
So it's always everybody's dream to have a place to go retire or to go on vacation.
Right.
These days you can buy a property ahead of your retirement and use it as an Airbnb and make some money.
Oh man, man, we about to go from 8 to 9 right now, man. We about to go to 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, Ray.
You gotta leave people waiting for the next topic.
Absolutely, man. But you know what? I think I still got 2 more questions, man.
Go ahead.
Rent or lease? That's all I'm gonna say. Rent or lease? Answer that. Rent or lease?
Are we talking about a car or
anything you want to talk about right now? I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna ask that.
If it's a car and you have a business that you can deduct all the expenses, okay, and you don't intend to keep the car long term, lease it. If you intend to keep the car more than 3 or 4 years, buy it. And if you're going to buy, never buy a brand new car. Buy a car that is a year older, 2 years older. because guess who paid the depreciation on that car? The guy that bought it brand new. So you can go to the dealer and buy a 2020 and look next to that car. There's going to be a 2022 with $14,000-$15,000 difference. Same car. Now you're getting a car that someone else paid the depreciation.
And just 1 year difference. Just 1 year
Just
difference.
1 year. You got in a year you probably lose $8,000 to $10,000. In 2 years you're going to lose up to $20,000. So why would you buy a brand new car and pay what the other guy has to pay? No, let someone else pay for that. Then you come in and you buy the same car with 25,000 miles, still under warranty, still under all kinds of coverage, and guess what? You're saving $20,000, $14,000 in that car. And when you stand at the light next to the guy that just bought a brand new one, nobody knows the difference.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. These are the conversations that we have when Ray. I need to go where you at, Ray. We need to go where you at. But nonetheless, leave us, Ray, man. I love it. It would I've said to be continued to a lot of people, but this is to be continued, man, for real, because you a jack of all trades, man. You're a master of all trades, man. So wow, man, you just hit me with something.
Anytime. I'm here. So,
but you got to be in the you got, man, your internet be to be on high power speed now. But listen, I love it, man. I appreciate you. I thank you, man. You drop your number so it tells everyone that you're serious, the real deal. Listen, call Ray. Let's follow him. Tap the notification button so you don't miss on anything he give, all the beautiful people he meet each and every day. This man is full of free information. If you know how to and throw some hearts, throw some thumbs up. Let's do it. Ray, man, leave us with something, man. Leave us with something today that we need, especially going into the new year, man. Leave us with something that we'll always remember.
Going into the new year, make it better than this year, okay? Still, stick to your trade. Don't reinvent the wheel. Become the best at what you do and just be honest, be truthful, and remember, your handshake is sacred. It doesn't matter what you do.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Thanks a lot, Ray, man. May you continue to be blessed in people's lives, man. Thank you so much, Ray, man. We love you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone on this live, Ray. We're gonna connect again on this live again. We're gonna do it great. We're gonna do great things, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that all day.
Anytime.
Listen, guys, definitely follow him. Follow Ray, man. Listen, Buffy, we love you. Lunch Miami Express, much love to you. Larcery Mountain. Oh, I don't want to mess that up at all. Sorry about that, man. We love you. We love everybody who's on here. Jay Tanner, Miami NWA. Listen, people, we are on here every Thursday, okay? Every Thursday, dropping gems, free things for you. Every Thursday, we had a special guest, Ray. Man, we love it. Every Thursday, we're here. Every Tuesday, we're talking about sports deep on this channel. Y'all be there as well. Much love to all our sponsors, Pack Supermarket, BB Tax Connection. You need your taxes. This is the person to reach out to. All right, make no mistake about that. She goes the extra mile, okay? Culture Club, we in the building. My girl Brooke, we gonna big her up too. And everybody, man, much love, much love. Always show love, always do things right. And remember, when you're down, you're not out. And when you're down, things are just being put in place, okay? You're just putting things in place. We love you, we thank you, and we appreciate you. Y'all have a great one always and forever, man. Love, always. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Good night.